Oh,
I'm
good.
Seth with Mama's Geeky here.
Hi.
Say hi here, guys.
Hi, this is Raymond Cruz. I play the Joker in the Aztec Batman.
Hi, I'm Horacio Garcia Rojas. I play Batman in the Spanish version of Aztec Batman Clash of Empires.
Perfect. So first question for you guys. Also, that is amazing. That is the coolest Batman figure. So your portrayal of Batman was incredible. This was your first animated film. So how difficult was it to find your voice for the character and creating such an iconic spin on something like this?
Well, they give me, it wasn't an easy job, but they give me an easy way to say yes.
Yeah.
To live like the magic of just jump there and try to find the character through my voice.
Yeah.
It's Batman. And it's Batman related to Mexica culture, to my own culture. So I was so blessed that I just want to jump and find what can we do with the voice. Of course, I put myself into the mirror and I'm talking to me in different ways. And then Juan Mesa Leon, the director, told me, okay, we're not going to get so deep.
Yes.
It's not going to be Batman Lego. So we need to find our own voice. But he has a different context. Bruce Wayne, he has his own context mixed with my story as a Mexican. So it's just belief. It's just jump and believe that all the story is here. All the story of my heritage is in my skin and it's in my voice.
Yeah.
And there's one really important thing. We use a lot of Nahuatl voices and Nahuatl speeches in the movie because it's important to put one of the 69 original languages that we spoke in Mexico. So that's really powerful for us, and that happens with the little guy.
Yeah. It's so cool. And for you, your character, I mean, it's iconic. It's Joker, and it's a different version that we've never seen before. So what was it like bringing like this version to life? And for you, like this character seemed like it was more of thrived on chaos than anything. So what's his end goal?
For me, it was a difficult challenge to marry the first of all, the Joker's pain and sorrow over the loss that he deals with in the film, and then his break with having to realize that everything that he believed in is false, and then having to like marry those things together, and then try to find some sanity, but his sanity is his insanity, and that's where it goes to. His insanity is the only thing that propels him forward because he's lost everything. So I mean, it's a really difficult challenge to try to voice that in an animated film, and to make it visceral so the audience will resonate with the character.
Yeah, and for you, is there anything that you want the audience to know going into this film? Something that you hope they take away from it, and both of you actually.
I think it's a great opportunity to see Mexico Tenochtitlan alive. Mexico Tenochtitlan full of color. In Batman, Gotham City is a character, so their own city is a character. And this version, Mexico Tenochtitlan is a character as well. So I think that's really important for the audience. They're gonna have the opportunity to watch like this fantastic world that actually exists. It used to exist 500 years ago. Is that part is not fantasy. That part is not science fiction. That part is story. That's history. And that's really powerful for me as a Mexican, as a Latino, as a fan of all these guys with feathers and pyramids and dragoons like Quetzalcoatl. We're gonna see that in a movie with the best detective that the world will give us, that it's Mr. Batman.
Yeah, it's so rich with history. It was awesome. What about you?
It's a great mix of history. You get a great history lesson with the Batman mythos. So you get this great combination that just resonates on screen.
Is there anything you want people to know about your character?
What I want them to know about my character is that you'll find out.
Good. Thank you, guys. Congrats. Hi, guys. I'm Seth with Mama's Geeky. How are you guys doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Congrats on the film. I loved how authentic and just rich this world was. So what was one thing that you guys, like, between Batman and the Aztec culture that you knew was important to the story? And is there a character that you would love to bring in the sequel?
Ooh, so many.
Well, okay, for part of that question, Robin.
Yes.
I would do like a killer Robin, and I think we had her, and we had to cut her out, and that was the part that pained me the most. And then something that was very important to me was not to blow this, like not to be out researched, not to just be not asking the correct questions.
Yep.
So every scene, I mean, you know, from the outlines and stuff, we got back from the expert. He said, you know, I want to do a scene where it's like, okay, he barricades the door, and you know, you get back a note of like, they didn't have doors. I'm like, oh shit.
Yes, they didn't have doors.
That's awesome.
You know,
Have doors.
so,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you answer.
No, but what was interesting was that, you know, when I was first approached with the idea of what do you think of Batman Azteca? It's just those two words are so powerful. You
It
know?
is.
So what can we do to make it like cool and interesting and not just, you know, Bruce Wayne in a different time period? You know, Batman with feathers. You know, we didn't want to go with the Batman and feathers route. So we had to, all right, if we're gonna do this, let's tell the story of this new Batman through the mythology of the Aztec culture, because there was such a thing as a bat god. There was a deity called Tinaca, which our hero's family venerated and worshiped. So that's where he gets the inspiration to don the mantle of the bat, so he can fight and bring justice to his people after the atrocities that these invaders brought in. So Aztec culture is rich with mysticism, it's rich with supernatural, and so is the Batman mythos. There's a lot of mysticism and supernatural elements into it that I think just merge perfectly with the Aztec culture. And again, like I said, this is a whole new Batman, a whole new warrior.
Yep.
And it was important to tell the origin from the Aztecs.
You guys did great. Congrats. And
Thank you
it
very
was a
much.
pleasure getting to meet you guys.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
I'm
thank you.
glad you liked it.
How you guys doing? I'm Seth with Mama's Geeky. Congrats on the film.
Thank you so much.
Of course. So, what was it about Juan and Ernie's story that you knew like they were right to make this film? Well,
I would reverse the question, which was we brought Juan and Ernie in because
Perfect.
we knew that they were going to be the right voices to help bring the notion of an Aztec Batman to
Yeah.
life. Someone who was an expert on the DC universe and someone who could address the cultural validity on the side of the Aztec culture and its history and its relationship to the conquistadors.
That's awesome. What about you? Anything to add to that one?
Yes, it made total sense in this, and actually, by mentioning them too, it's the perfect DC universe and mindset coming from Ernie. He obviously knows his things out of, but at the same time, the sensibility and worldview of a Mexican.
Yeah.
So we had the two perfect elements to
That's
make
so cool.
this together.
That's perfect. Hold on, I just want to make sure it's recording. Okay, good. What was your guys' first introduction to Batman?
Oh, wow. I think my first introduction to Batman, other than professionally or in my life?
In your life?
Probably the Adam West series on TV was my first real, like, oh, this is fun. This is a cool character. This is funny. You know, obviously the Tim Burton movie was then the next time that I really paid attention and went, oh, this is a much bigger, broader, darker thing than, and then it evolved from there and the rest of the iterations. But
That's so cool.
that was my first.
Probably very much the same to me. Adam West show was fantastic. I saw it all the time back when I was young, and really got in love with the Batman. But with the following movies, you really saw, wow, this is a universe. It's not just one character's story. It's the character of all these characters, and we're fortunate enough to have some of them included in our own version of it.
That's amazing. And last question for you guys. Listen, we explore the Aztec culture. Is there another culture that you guys would want to try to explore next?
Yes.
Many, but I think that there's a story here that could extend because I think the Aztec narrative is unfinished with this film. This hints at what was to come, but we have all of Mexican and Latin American history that we could play with and show and celebrate in this way with bringing broader exposure and attention through the DC universe as well.
I agree. It was done so well. So congrats, guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.